Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is the Dragon Tail International Raceway track, and this has been one of my favourite tracks to race on this week. It's generally been my favourite one. So we're starting off in the 6th position here, which is it's nice. It's not too bad because you've still got chance to definitely gain a few places ahead. So I generally wish this was like a 10 lap race, but unfortunately it's only a 5 lap race as it is race B. So lap 1 we get a little bit lucky here as a car spins out ahead, which actually puts us into 5th position because this guy in 4th, we couldn't quite get past him. He got past us nice and easy. So much of the first lap I was pretty much just 5th place for the whole of this lap. But ahead, as you can see, we have the three cars ahead battling to try and get it into 2nd place. This guy overtakes me here, which I was a little bit wounded about, but it's still 5th place. It's not too bad to actually be in. So on to the 2nd lap now. Not much changes in this lap. I pretty much do stay into 5th position on this lap. He rams me from behind as well, so yeah, he messed me up a little bit, but he was definitely trying to get the overtake in this lap, but he didn't get any chance of doing that. As you can see here, I'm not too far from the 3 cars ahead, but I still have a little bit to gain. So on to the 3rd lap, and the 3 ahead are still battling. I'm still finding it hard to pretty much catch up with them at the point of this track. I have Pete behind me in 6th place, who's literally right behind me, I reckon he was trying to bump into me then just to mess me up a little bit. I went a little bit wide here, messed up, but luckily Pete was too far behind still to try and get the overtake. So on to the 4th lap. Now I start to gain on these 3 a little bit now, and as you can see coming up here I get a little bit lucky because the dude in 4th, as you can see, the dude in 4th spins out a little bit there. His back end spins out, so that gets me a nice position into 4th place. And now my task now ahead was just to try and hold 4th, to be honest. I thought if the chance comes I will definitely take 3rd, but this guy ahead of me, I just found it so hard to try and overtake him because there was no good positions for me on the track to try and get the overtake, so I had to back off a little bit just not to mess the race up, because if you mess up you're gonna end up being in basically last place. So I just kept it easy, just stay behind him and just waited to see if there was an opportunity to get close. So just finishing up the 4th lap here, I'll get pretty close to him again, but still not close enough to try and get the overtake. So on to the final lap. Now I was pretty happy, to be fair, that was 4th. I was catching up with him a little bit, but it was still pretty hard to just try and get close enough to try and get decent overtake. He spins his back end out a little bit here, which actually kind of helps me to get a little bit closer, but I genuinely don't know why I did this at this point. Instead of just going far right, I bumped him a little bit, which obviously if you bump into someone it generally gives them that little bit of boost, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, so I kind of probably messed up. Went a little bit wide here because he's definitely on the inside and we were side by side. So yeah, again I just generally could not get the overtake from him at all. Yeah, as you can see we were so close here. Now I get a little bit lucky here, well so does he, to be fair, because ahead is a Batman and he just absolutely just spins out there and crashes, which messes his race up. So as you can see here, he hits in the sand a little bit and absolutely spins his car around and crashes, and he ends up all the way down into 10th place. So I bet he was wounded, as he was actually 2nd for probably most of that race. So on the final lap now, Coming up to the last bit of the race, I'm in third place because Batman has absolutely spun out and wrecked his race. So here's the final stretch. To be honest, I'm happy with third place. I've had a few wins on this track already this week, but so yeah, I was pretty much happy. But as you can see here, I probably took that a bit rubbish, to be fair, but he went wide here, like a little bit wide, went onto the grass. I had the speed, and luckily I got into second place, so I was chuffed with that race, to be fair. A little bit of luck on my side, not the best lap times, but not too bad. So yeah, that was a nice win.